So I want to make a dumpster stick. I'm tired of trying to jump over the edge of the dumpster and into broken glass and who knows what is in the dumpster sometimes. And I need a good tool to pick things up out of there without getting nasty, and so I can keep myself a little safer. This little contraption I've used a lot. It's just a little toy, and it's starting to wear out, and it's really not long enough, so I'm going to try to come up with something. I'm going to try to make my own little claw. Let's see what happens. Safety first. This might be just a little bit too long. Okay, I've changed tactics now. I found an old closet rod that was in my neighbor's trash, and I'm going to work on that and see what I can make happen with it instead of this long pipe, because it's doubled up with another pipe stuck inside, and I don't feel like taking the time to taking it all apart. So hopefully what I'm trying to do to this closet rod doesn't break it, and I'll see if I can run my line through the center of it. I chose this because I had a nice little bicycle grip I wanted to try to put on it, so who knows how it's going to turn out. And right now I'm trying to figure out what kind of claw I'm going to put on this thing. I thought this toy would be a good starting point. I think I might just make it one side that moves, and the other side just holds it. So I'll probably make that a little bit longer. If I made a bottom part like that. Or maybe I'll make it where it's got two prongs, and then one goes in like that, you know, it grabs a hold of it like that. So I went ahead and cut out another smaller side. I cut this in half. It was like that, and then I cut it in half, and I made another matching piece so that I can separate those and make a pivot in between. And now I just got to figure out how to put it all together. Hopefully this works out and I don't have to build any more pieces. I just cut out this little 2" by 2" piece, and so I can mount the bottom two claws to it and separate them. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. This is a trial and error project. So I took that little 2" by 2" piece and I glued and screwed the little claws on, and it fits right over that pipe just like I wanted. And now I got to come up with a pivot for this part. I wish I made this round a little bit bigger, but I'll see what I can do. I cut off 2 L brackets that I'm going to make my pivot point, and I'm just filing them smooth. Alright, I've got my little angle iron here. I had to modify one to slide it over, and because my little claw wouldn't fit, but this is basically what we got here. I'm going to put a bolt through that. Probably I'm going to run the line. I don't know if I'm going to use that original line or not, but I'm going to run the line there, and then once it's mounted I'm going to put springs on here on this back part to pull it back, and the string will pull it forward to clamp. So we'll see how that goes. wing nut's probably not the best idea, but that's what I got right now. I envision a lot of jam ups. I think it's got a lot of play. I should be able to adjust it though with that screw. Turn this around. Well, this isn't mounted yet, but I can see right now that this line isn't going to be rigid enough. So I'm going to have to come up with another cable or something to put in there and mount this assembly and see what happens. Alright, I always got old guitar strings laying around because I use them to make diddly bows. And I think I'm going with an A string. Should be plenty long enough and plenty strong enough. Cut the end off of that original screw and drilled a hole through it and ran that guitar string through it. I thought about wrapping it around, but that might be strong enough to hold it. I'm going to try that and see how that works first before I get real fancy. And there it is, run through the end. Probably should fasten it here somehow, I think. Probably have to adjust the length first. So I just got a little washer, a little bitty washer. It's got a little bitty hole that came out of some kind of electronic junk that I had. And just tied a knot in that guitar string. And that should keep it from sliding back. It's got a little play, but nothing that's really going to make a big difference in what I'm using it for. Alright, I don't know if you can see right here, but I've run a little screw with a wing nut on the other side through the bar and the claw, and I've got the guitar string running under there. I thought that would be a good place for it to ride at. And I don't know, I'm thinking maybe the middle's a good point, but I don't know how well that's going to, how much that's going to get in the way, or if I'm going to put an eyelet in down here for that to run into, but that'll be in the way also. So I don't know, we'll have to see how it goes. Probably this is still kind of wobbly. I'm probably just going to tape this up on the back. This ain't no high dollar production. And I still got to find me some springs. So I decided to go a little farther back after some testing, and I'm just going to use this little screw here. I'm going to wrap this guitar string around that and tighten it down to hold it and see how that does. Well, here's kind of the finished product. Went ahead and secured that guitar string down with a bigger screw, and then I just drilled a hole for this bungee strap, and I fixed it with a hose clamp. It's already starting to wear from just me playing with it, but it works pretty good. Might need to let the tension off on it a little bit and strengthen that hole where the guitar string goes through. But it's a good starting point, and it's gave me lots of ideas on some future claw projects I'd like to make. Eventually I'd like to make this as a toy and sell it at the flea market, but this one's more of a practical use for me. And it was definitely fun to build. You just pull the handle there to get the tension on it. So thanks for watching. Bye.